Don't miss this key success strategy before you head back to the office. If you can believe this, over 90% of the US working population was in some form of lockdown early in the COVID crisis. And over half the world's population was in lockdown. Now, what's really interesting about this, other than the fact that this lockdown happened, is this was a historical event. You're going to be looking back at this 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now, and they're going to be talking about the lockdown in history books. That's right, as a historic event. Now, the key is in the near term, what did you and your team learn during the lockdown that worked really well that you want to bring back to the office? You got to think about this because there were certain behaviors like a radical candor, like teams holding each other accountable instead of just the leader holding everyone accountable. Uh, Things like people being more helpful, more engaging instead of people picking apart people's presentations in a crisis. They were asking things like, hey, how can I help? Instead of just sitting back there and polishing the life preserver, they just took what was available and used it, adapted it, and made it work. And also delegating decision making, because in a time of need and urgency, decision making often needs to be delegated. So, what behaviors, ask yourself and ask your team, what behaviors did you notice during the lockdown that you want to bring back to the office to have more success when you get back?